What's up, everybody? You guessed it. Today, we are going to talk about the traffic and Highway 301. This is Highway 301 right here. Highway 301 runs on the west side of the villages, pretty much from the northern, well, it does, all the way from the northern side to the south side of the villages. We're looking at the southern areas here. This is the gate to DeLuna. And then this is looking south on 301. You see the dirt bike track there. That's on the west side of 301. You have Fenny, top left corner, the hammock at Fenny in the middle there. And this is headed south on 301. This is like a little junkyard. So this area here used to be the old industrial park, and obviously it still is an industrial park. You have T&D over here, concrete, and then you have this little junkyard. And I shouldn't say little, it's a huge area. 301 runs into the Coleman area. So this is more south, where Warm Springs runs into Highway 301, just north of Hammock at Fenny. And that's where the turn is that goes into Coleman. But they are coming off of this and they're going to do a bypass around I will call it the town of Coleman. Because as you'll see here in a minute, Coleman is just basically a stop sign. So there is one stop sign that leads into Coleman. 301 does a 90-degree turn south. And it's we're looking west right now. And Coleman is at the end of 301, just north of the industrial park and the new Coleman area that they're building for the villages as well, which you can see here. That industrial park is in the top right. And then you see that new housing area going on the east side of 301 there. No new construction there. They're just prepping the area, getting it ready for construction of the foundations. So if we were to keep going south on 301 here, this would take us down to Central Parkway, which leads through Middleton and up into the Eastport area over the Turnpike. All of those new areas out there by the Villages Charter School. This is where that 301 bypass is going to come through. They're planning on some retail coming in there and things like that. We're looking north here again at Coleman. This is 301 looking north, and that little patch of open area there is the city or town of Coleman, whichever you prefer. I would say it's pretty much a town because it's probably got like 50 people. So here's some night shots, and this is why they're doing those bypasses. You can see the traffic. This is around rush hour, so around 5 o'clock. I know it looks dark, but you have to remember the the time change has made the sun go down around 5:30 here. So this is rush hour time, and you can see quite a bit of backup. There's always a backup right around the turnpike here, and then especially headed north on 301 past the turnpike into Wildwood. And Middleton and those areas south of Hammock at Fenny aren't even built up yet. So I'm interested to see what kind of impact that's going to have once those areas are done. Right now it's just construction crews and people taking their kids to school, things like that. And this is looking south, same area. You can see the junkyard or auto salvage yard there. A lot more traffic here, as you can see, right around 5 o'clock at night. And that industrial park, not the new industrial park, but the old one that is on the right-hand side there. That's T&D back there. There's several other warehouses back there. And that village right in the top middle there is Hammock at Fenny. So Coleman would be, and I'm talking about the town of Coleman now, is if you followed this road and you followed it around to the right, which would be to the west. That would be where Coleman is. Right where all those cars are coming around the bend there, that's where Warm Springs is, because we're looking south at the Hammock at Fenny. And like I said, if you follow this straight down through Coleman, and once they put that bypass in, which they are not working on it yet, you can see that they haven't done anything for that bypass. Once that's there, it's going to cut around that town of Coleman and go right through a bunch of commercial properties. This is headed into Coleman right here. I believe this is why they're doing that bypass, because they have the industrial park, then they have Middleton coming in. That's going to fill up all of Eastport and those areas. So they need to streamline traffic because it gets bogged down here at the corner up here. You can see all the lights of the cars, and it gets pretty crazy, especially in the mornings or at rush hour. This is just a big storage unit here on the left with all those lights. It's a vehicle storage. And then they also have some storage units for people that want to pay a bunch of monthly fees and put stuff inside them that they'll never look at for months or even years. Then half the time your family has to come get them, or they get auctioned off at Storage Wars. But you get a better look. You can see the traffic light. That's one traffic light there. There's about 3 stores. There's a gas station, an antique store. I'm not sure what the other store is. There used to be a food truck that sat there. I don't think they're there anymore. And a bunch of houses that are grouped together. This area is going to change drastically over the next few years. That is Coleman right there. That's it. Hopefully you all enjoyed and got something out of the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up and a like. And thanks for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one.